Bobo, hello, in case you don't know this, Yogi Doggy, the girl, them funky, and the man, them doggy. And if you don't know, you're listening to Fire Life Radio. Fire Life. Stay in tune. Stay in.
Word.
You be the person again. Me the wanna go. You be better girl. You too fine.
This is the D mix.
Make me listen.
DJ Breezy.
Oh, you're stupid.
So what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Go fit in. That's right.
Yeah.
KK this style. D Black.
What up?
You be my person,
This is the remix.
You be my person, girl. You be my person, girl.
Yeah.
One, two. Me you want grow. You know my way in the deep, yeah, me there. Me you want grow. When I'm there, when I'm if you say yes, me won't be on the way. Me you want grow. I know good feeling of
I stay feeling you. If I just left this party and get a room, take a couple double shots and get a tune. Cause you looking fly, and I watch up on a broom. If I think back in a goddamn time, I couldn't talk to you cause then my mouth died. And even when you said hey, I was too shy. But time went by, girl, now you want mine. I'm talking to you, girl, I'm spitting you the realest. And I ain't trying to gas you, I'm telling you the business. I love you for the bottom, I'm trying to make it serious. And switch it for the miss, and flip you to the missus.
You be my person, to brand new mint. All the trip and you bet you Jimmy. And you watch me no one you are buying man. Mate you know the other one more for you na casa. Me person. All the brand new mint say was so money. Madam you want the your money. Me more be my body and come to me. Oh yeah, me power.
Check for
you be my personal girl. I gotta be your bodyguard. No lie. Oh, time to let you know, baby girl, my love is real. Don't tell me them no. Oh, I'm a market outside. What do I do, mommy? Some money. What do I do, mommy? Cause make me want to grow. What do I do? I don't go feel make you cool.
I'm serious, I just wanna marry you. I'm serious, I just wanna marry you. You are my baby girl, baby girl. You are my baby girl, baby girl. You're so sweet, take you on a honeymoon. Baby, take you on a honeymoon. One more done, I go call me them. Me day, one more done, I go call me them. Walk on the side, me pray. So in the side, me pray. Walk on the side, me pray. Me you want grow, day. ATM and co, me day. Me you want grow, day. ATM and co, me day.
Under fire.
What's the matter? And you're my way in the deep, yeah, me there. What's the matter? What Nancy wouldn't do any and banne kume. What's the matter?
What?
The brain crying. I want better. I don't go feed of you. So soon when I move to my water, my yawo come near. If we are one of the essence, you talk. My flame, I die with you. Die with you. Yeah, I go die with you. Die with you. Yeah. That's a little shit to come out of. I go change your life. But there's all people within Grana me. Open it was me when I met you was a man of me. Yeah. You be my person, girl. You be my person, girl.
This is the remix.
You be my person, girl.
Yeah. for the lovers, one time for the haters. You're the reason we're here, you're the reason we're alive. I go by the name D Black, DJ Breezy. Yeah, this is the D-Mix, D-Mix.
Highly spiritual.
Good evening, listeners, and hello, listeners and viewers. How are you today? Welcome back to another edition of the platform with me, Mama Sewa. I've got a great panel today. Today we're going to be discussing on the platform social media. We're going into the kitchen and we're going to cook up a hot pot of social media. With ingredients from Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, we've got Twitter. You know, if you're still on High Five even, we're going to talk about it. Oh, and also LinkedIn. Everybody says LinkedIn, social media. That's debatable. Okay, so we're going to season it up and we're going to cook it up. And we're going to reminisce on life before social media. Does anyone actually remember life before social media as it is now? I don't know. Okay, once we finish cooking it up, we're going to feast on the hot pot whilst we discuss how social media makes us feel. How does it make you feel? Does it excite you? Does it make you happy? Does it make you sad? You have to have it. Is it your drug? What is it? We're going to discuss how social media also influences us individually and also society. Have we all become addicted to social media? Can we live without it? Some of you might say yes, some of you might say no. Whatever your opinions are, please do send us a message via YouTube or Facebook on Fire Live Radio on YouTube or Fire Live TV on Facebook. Also, don't forget that you can call in into the studio. The phone number that you need, the WhatsApp number is 0753 514 8314. That's 0753 514 8316. Or you can call the studio line on 0203 002 8482. Which ingredients in this social media hot pot is your actual favorite? Is it Facebook? Is it Twitter? Is it Instagram? Or like I said, maybe you're a MySpace kind of person or a High Five kind of person. Let us know. So we're going to throw it over to our guests. I'll let them introduce themselves. If we can start with you, Ray. Oh, okay.
Can I start?
Yeah, we're having a technical difficulty with the other camera, so you're going to have to just look at me for a little bit longer, guys. I'm afraid. I did my hair. So actually we're going to play some music whilst we get this fixed.
She don't want miss me in a night time. Girl, I call me dance all over. She love me vibe and she said me like a hold on. She said she love the SM slogan. Super scary. Girl, are dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. This pretty girl are dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. This sexy girl are dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. This sexy minute, every second she ping her. Girl know the routine, she know how to fix and put in. She know how the bedroom looting. She say gangsta make we shooting. Girl got the boom boom, boom boom. She know the zoom zoom, zoom zoom. She got me boo boo, boo boo. Like snake, girl lugu lugu. She lock everywhere in a shukura. Cause girl some go where she rule ya. Papa you just a enter in a name. Shut a Larry, most of me get clear. Then I know about her, I we know about her. She know how to wine and dance proper. Girl got everything, she know the order. Shut the wall and I say, girl are dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. This pretty girl are dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. This sexy girl are dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. This sweet girl are dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. Girl I'm a ball and wine with no music. She know say me got a golden cake. So she sit down pan it with a golden cake. She cuddle me pan the golden bed. She said, she only return on me. I don't she want to eat it. Girl I wine pan me, wine pan me. She don't want miss me in a night time. Girl I call me dance all over. She let me vibe and she said me like a whole gun. She said she love the SM slogan. Super scary. Girl are dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. This pretty girl are dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. This sexy girl are dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. This sweet girl are dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. Girl are dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. This pretty girl are dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. This sexy girl are dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. This sweet girl are dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. Another new banger. Another new banger. Another new banger. Another new banger.
Hey, meeting the Becca and him to form the Ghana. Nan so some more London beer station back penalty, Fire Life, Ogya, and the young quay.
Baby, I've never been like this before. I tried to code in, waiting for you to adore. You put your hand where you know they don't belong. I roll my eyes, but something says I'll play right along. You touch softly, make me wonder, is there something I should be waiting for? 'Cause so far you've got me falling. I wanna breathe and live in fantasy. So far you've got me falling. I wanna breathe and live in fantasy.
My apologies. I had technical issues again. You guys should be used to me doing this by now, but I promise it's going to get better. So as I was saying, I'm going to get my panelists to introduce themselves today. So if we can start with you, Ray.
Hi, so I'm Rachel, 26, born and raised in London, self-confessed, obsessed with social media, so very relevant for this topic of conversation on the platform today. Work in Shoreditch, or Shoreditch as they call it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's me.
Tommy.
Hi guys, my name is Tommy. I am 23 years of age. I'm a little bit different from Ray. I'll probably say a lot different. Would I say I'm an addict? No, I'm strictly purpose only.
Okay.
Like if I have to get something done, then I will use it. But yeah, same. Born and raised in London, North London, Nigerian descent. So that is a bit of controversy for the show. But
No, it's not. It's fine.
But yeah, that's me in a nutshell. So
Okay.
Hi, I'm Ekana. I am 24.
and I am a student. I'm studying medicine. I'm raised in London but born in Nigeria. And as far as social media, do you know what? I think I have a balance. I think I can be obsessed a little bit.
Okay.
But I think the fact that I deleted all my social media during my exams shows that, you know.
Got some power over it.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. Great, so that's my panel. Welcome. Thank you all for coming into the studio today. So let's have a little conversation about social media. So first of all, I should ask, because we talked about this earlier, what platforms do you class as social media?
I mean, you could go for the obvious ones, the Facebook, the Twitter,
Yeah.
Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and all those. But we were chatting beforehand as to whether WhatsApp was a form of social media.
And YouTube.
YouTube as well. Personally, I would say WhatsApp's an interesting one. It's a necessity though. I think in this modern day and age, just to keep up to date with people, everybody is on WhatsApp. My mum is on WhatsApp. Like, everybody is on WhatsApp, so it's so tough to keep away from it. But
I agree with that completely. Like, WhatsApp fundamentally is just a means of communicating with other people that you know. Like, yeah, and like my mum's on WhatsApp, and I was so grateful when my mum got on WhatsApp because that made my phone bill so much cheaper. But like, it's true. Its primary means is to communicate with other people.
Yeah.
But is that not what social media is about? Is it not about communicating with people and socializing? So
This is true.
I get that, because I personally wouldn't class it as a means of social media, but I see why people would think that is.
definitely.
Okay. So what about YouTube? Is YouTube a social media platform?
You know, I didn't think about it as being a social media platform until Ray was saying how people are putting their content up there, they're communicating with people. And to be honest, to be fair, people do comment, and the content creators also reply and stuff, so there is some back and forth. So,
Okay.
and I'm probably addicted to YouTube as well.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think with YouTube, because sometimes you can go on the reason why perhaps you may go on a Twitter or an Instagram, it may be to see what somebody else is doing or to catch somebody else's thoughts. Maybe it's for you have a particular interest on YouTube as opposed to
Just a channel.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Thank you very much. So, I know you guys are quite a few years younger than me. Not too much, just a few years younger than me. Just a little bit, a few years, couple of years. So do you guys remember a time without social media?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. I really remember, but you guys remember. So what were you doing before social media platforms?
So I'm going to be controversial here. And so before all of social media, and I don't know about you guys, but there was MSN.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Who's that?
I was MSN.
And I used to come home and be like, sit on, and I used to get home from school and do my homework and then sit on MSN till it was time to go to bed. and now I'm thinking, was that the first ever?
Yeah, probably.
I think so.
That was the first
I think
thing.
it is.
Definitely. There was another one. I didn't have all of that stuff. There was another one.
Was it MySpace?
Yeah, no. Is it
No.
MySpace where you put all your things up, pictures, and people have
High Five, wasn't
Is that
it?
Bebo?
Oh, I remember Bebo.
I don't know about Bebo. I think it is MySpace.
Is it
Like
MySpace?
your top
Because
friends.
MySpace
Yeah,
was
top
more
friends.
Yeah, it's
music.
MySpace.
Was it MySpace?
Yeah,
was
but I didn't
predominantly
use it, so I don't really
music.
know what it was about. To be
Okay.
honest.
But yeah, I remember before we all were on all of these forms of social media, we used to come home and sit on MSN.
It's true.
And then we used to come home and actually call our friends on the house phone.
Yeah.
I remember signing up to Facebook, and at the time my brother was at uni. He came home and he was like, "Oh, there's this thing called Facebook, and it's for people who have obviously gone to university
Not respect it.
and how they communicate with people who have obviously gone." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I can get that. There was no need for me to have it, but then I had it, and then there was just the start of everyone being on Facebook. And
That's true.
That was nearly 10 years ago or something like that.
I think there was like a big migration between MySpace. Now MySpace is so funny just to look at the size of Facebook now, just as a company. And then MySpace was like, I used to look down on Facebook.
MySpace was the one.
I used to look down on it and just think, what is this? Like, what do you mean? So you're telling me that, you know, you like people's... I don't need them to like me and validate me, but that was me being a...
I used to poke people. Back in the days, you could poke someone on Facebook.
On Facebook?
Yeah, that's...
But I think,
what was the
I think you
purpose
can
of
still... I think you can still poke people. It was really annoying. I don't understand the purpose of a poke.
I'm going to poke you after this.
Don't poke me, babe. All right. So I'm really surprised that you guys can remember a time before all this social media, but that's good.
I think if it was like a generation or two after us, or this generation now, the young generation, I don't think they'd be able to hack it.
No, you know, I was going to ask a very silly question, if you had social media, but I think in this day and age, that's a very silly question. Almost the whole world.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, actually. But quite a large amount have social media of sorts.
I would say everyone's got something. So maybe you'll have like Instagram, Twitter. Like some people have all forms of social media, but everyone's got at least one, I'd say.
That's true. I definitely agree with
and
that.
probably just stick to the one that they're on.
And now that we've added YouTube and WhatsApp on there, most people have it. My mum also has she's got Facebook. She's been going on, she doesn't know how to use it, but she's been going on, and I think in the last week my cousin went and put the app on her phone. She said, yeah, I think I'm on Facebook, and she's definitely on WhatsApp, and she uses it very much, a lot, especially the call button, which is fantastic, mummy. It's good. It's fine. Okay. So, which platforms are you on? Guys.
I think I'm on
Kenna?
YouTube, Facebook. I don't upload anything, but there are people I just like watching.
Okay.
What else? Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and I think that's it.
I'll probably say I'm on all of those bar Snapchat. Yeah, I'm on all of those bar Snapchat, but I mean, I can't see myself jumping on Snapchat though. I just can't see myself doing it. It's just so, for me personally anyway, I find it too intrusive. I feel like sometimes when you're constantly trying to capture the moment, you end up missing the moment as a whole. And it's like, God, what was it? We were athletics championships, and we were watching the sprinters go by, and I almost missed it because I was getting on my phone trying to do and it's like,
you don't have time. You don't have a long time. You only have 10 seconds.
Exactly.
You only have 10 seconds. It's over.
But I wanted to capture them, and fair enough. It's always nice when you look back on it. But I mean,
to be honest, I don't look back on them. I barely look back on them.
It's not, but it's nice to know that you have them in there. And even Snapchat, I suppose you can save a snap.
If it's people, but if it's things that I'm... Okay, so for example, the last time I recorded something I was watching was... I think it was one of the festivals over the summer. But I don't watch those things over. I watch things with my friends or with my sisters.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of things I watch.
Yeah.
Just to capture those moments.
Ray, what platforms are you on?
I'm on Instagram and Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat. Yeah, and WhatsApp and YouTube.
That's it.
Okay. So I have to say that the whole Snapchat thing's gone over my head. I don't know how to use it. I see the filters that even my niece actually says to me, "Oh, auntie, that's a Snapchat filter." No one in the house has Snapchat. I don't know how she knows. That's fine. It seems I don't know how to use it. I never use it. I don't think I'm going to use it either.
I didn't like it at first.
No.
I didn't see the point of it.
But now?
It's come leaps and bounds. I remember leaps and bounds. I was at uni and my friend was like, there's this app where you you can send a picture and it lasts for 10 seconds and then it's gone. I was like, so what's the point?
Yeah, I was like that.
I'm gonna forget after 10 seconds. And she was like, just get it, it's fun. And I was like, oh, okay. And obviously it's come a lot further. You've got brands on there now. You can do so much more. You can do consecutive videos. You have stories.
Ray, what platforms are you on? Okay. So, why are you laughing? I don't know what happened. What's going on? What is your favourite one of the platforms? Which one would you say serves you the most?
Twitter.
Yeah, I like Twitter.
I think it's just
I
hilarious.
do like Twitter is just
Twitter
yeah,
and Instagram
it's
are my
really
two.
good.
Are my two, but Twitter, yeah.
It's like it's always nice, and particularly because you can always get like if you go on a particular person's page, and it's almost as though like if you know that they share your sense of humor as well, it's like you're guaranteed laughs. There's some people that I don't even go on my main timeline. I just go on their page
and see what
they're just because I know that they're gonna like something that I like as well. So it's really interesting. So I love Twitter personally.
Yeah, same.
LinkedIn.
Me and my sisters have like a group.
What Twitter?
Inboxing, like the direct message.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just send each other all the funny content, things that you don't want to retweet because other people might think
like, why you? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not on Twitter either.
Twitter is a good
I
one.
don't know. To be honest, I think my main one is probably Facebook.
Really?
And then when did I go on Instagram? 2 years ago. I went out to lunch with one of my friends, and we were talking about some business. And he said, oh, you're going to have to get on Instagram to get it out there and stuff. Oh. So I went home and I set it up. And that was it. I was very hesitant. People had been going on about Instagram this, get on. And I was like, nope. Because already I'm hardly managing Facebook. I don't think I can get another addiction. And then I went on and here I am.
Are you addicted now?
I wouldn't say I'm addicted, but I do go on there often, but I think Facebook is still my main social media platform. It's the ones that I'm in various groups on there. I check various things on there. Sometimes it keeps me up really late. Wow. But I am on there. Okay, so on a typical day, at what point do you first open your social media? Do you wake up, pray and open it? Do you wake up and open it? Do you have one eye open and you open? How do you treat your what time do you log on?
I would
open
say
the app?
that I'm supposed to wake up, pray and open it.
You're supposed to,
and I try to, but sometimes when obviously your alarm goes off and then the notifications are on the front screen and you just can't resist the cheeky just a little so.
But the thing is, the people I follow, they're always
in America.
The people I follow are always like they're Christians as well.
Okay.
So it's just like a reminder. Get off, go.
You see a tweet that's so convicting.
I don't know if you believe
I'm confessed. I wake up and I'm just like, especially if those who have not an iPhone will see that once your alarm goes off, your phone lights up and it shows you exactly what you have. So it's like, oh, I know I've got the Snapchat. Let me just open and see what it says.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I know. Ooh, something happened on Twitter last night. And Twitter
oh my god!
Twitter sends those notifications about like people tweeting about.
Oh, those are the worst.
You know about news, but then you also know about the funny stuff. So if you want to know about the news, like, oh, this happened overnight. This is quite serious. Let me know what's going on. Or, oh, so many people are tweeting this person. So it's quite useful.
It's true. They say like 300 people. This person that have tweeted, and you're like, oh, so what's happening?
What's happened? It's like, for example, Oprah's speech, the Golden Globes. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I woke up and I went on Twitter and it's like, so tweeting about Oprah, and I was like, oh, what's happened to Oprah? And I was like, oh, but yeah, what's happened to Oprah? And then you find out, and then next thing you're watching the video, and next 15 minutes may have passed, you're late for work.
I feel like they do that with quite serious situations as well. Like, for example, even the what was it, the Libyan slave crisis.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, and that is a good thing in the sense that it's almost as though social media, it teaches you what to be angry about as well. So which I don't know how I feel about personally, because that conversation can spill over into a whole load of things.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's interesting. It's almost as though everybody jumps on the bandwagon and then they're like, yep, so this is how you're supposed to feel, and these are the emotions,
and
here's the instructions how to go.
And here's who agrees with you. So if you like this person and you feel like they feel this way about it, you can feel about the way about it now. Well, when you think about it, like, so with the example of like the Libyan slave crisis, you have like X amount of celebrities putting backing towards like this is horrible, like, and in all fairness, it was absolutely such a tragic thing to read about. So you wake up and or you are in any situation, you're looking at it and you see that your favourite singer and your favourite actress and your favourite so and so and your favourite news presenter are all tweeting about it, and they feel the same way about it. And the next thing you feel like you go, oh yeah, like, oh, and because you have that natural liking to them, you're naturally gonna try and share that opinion.
It's very true.
Oh, okay. There are some things though that even if it's okay, let me use Tyrese for example.
Oh gosh.
Before I used to like his motivation, the way he encourages people. And then it wasn't until it's not the whole recent things that happened, but I don't know what it was that I was just like, no, some of the stuff you're saying, no. Like I appreciate that you have this society that I do like, but yeah, no, it's actually I had someone follow him.
He had that whole thing with The Rock, didn't he?
Oh, that was that happened after
then,
I had already decided I don't like him anymore.
Oh,
he did have a recent thing with like I think
his daughter.
Yeah, and I didn't follow it too closely, but it looked like he was going through some stuff.
Yeah. So basically, are you guys saying that Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, etc., are your main source of news?
To be honest, for me, not necessarily. It depends on which type of news. If it's business-centric news, then I'd more so go on a BBC News, or I'd read the actual newspaper itself. But if we're talking about controversies, or like for example the H&M scandal, Twitter is the main source for social outrage news. Then definitely.
I kind of use Twitter to kind of curate what I'm going like. So I go on Twitter and I follow mainly I follow a lot of news outlets as well. And I can kind of see like, okay, what am I going to read further into? So you see a breaking news headline saying like so and so this has happened, and I go, all right, cool. I know I'm gonna once I'm like dressed and on the train, I'm gonna read that story, and it kind of helps me curate what I'm gonna pursue reading further. Some things I read and go, okay, that happened, but there are the things that are gonna spark your interest, and I might not read it right there and then, but I know that maybe when I'm in front of a computer screen or something that's a bit bigger, that I can actually look at it properly, I'm going to be like, oh, so what exactly was happening with X, Y, and Z?
It's true.
I was going to ask you how social media makes you feel, but I think you've kind of
it makes me laugh a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Makes you laugh.
It does, but at times it does make me tired. I won't lie to you. It makes me exhausted. If I'm on a Facebook for too long, and too long can be like 5 minutes or something. Like
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Too long on Facebook.
5 minutes. I can just get. It just drains me. Just for I don't know why it is. I don't know, but.
I have to agree with you though. There are some things on there that's just too much on Facebook. Social media, it's a lot. Now there's so much. I mean, there's a lot of good things that go on there, but there's a lot of really bad things, and I feel like you see people for who they are sometimes through Facebook and social media.
One thing I noticed about Facebook, one thing I noticed about social media actually is feels like so long ago, but Brexit, and you're surrounded by like-minded people because you're friends with people that share this. I think it's called the sphere of. I think it's called the sphere of influence, but there's a name for it, there's a term for it. That you're surrounded by people who obviously have similar opinions to you. So in situations such as Brexit, where people are a bit like everyone around you will think what you do. So whether you will leave or whether you remain, everyone in your kind of social media sphere was of the same thinking. So for those who were like Remainers, and when that vote didn't go that way, they were shocked because they were like, well, who thought that you could even vote to leave?
Exactly.
But it's because you just don't see it, because you don't surround yourself with those people.
I think that's so true.
I think another thing that I've found is how desensitized people are to certain things. Like there are things that I don't. Okay, there are so many things I see on social media, so many things I read about, and it does form my opinion on certain things, but it hasn't changed like my morals and my values and certain fundamental things. But there are some people, I don't know whether maybe they didn't share those morals and values as me in the first place. But for example, recently that YouTuber that put up a person committing suicide on his channel, I was just like,
that's crazy.
I don't know what his name is, but I was just like, yeah,
yes,
but
that's
it was
it.
just. I feel like 5 years ago, would you have thought that was
okay?
Like,
That's worth,
yeah, because I think people just bringing out more and more risky things that they'll. I don't know what his thinking was.
That's crazy.
It's what does Trump call it? True news, fake
news.
news.
True news, fake news.
Fake news.
Yeah, it's amazing some of the things that we see on social media now. I think we touched on it last week on the show, but there's a lot of horror on there that people pass around.
Oh my gosh.
And people watch, and I'm one of those people. When I see things, horrible things, sometimes I can't stop watching it. It's really weird. I should stop, but sometimes it's like, oh my god, is this actually happening? What's going on? There's so much, and then people do share, and I don't know, it's
even things like people's dead bodies.
That's I don't understand.
I'm just like,
that's crazy.
It's enough. So who do you guys tend to follow on social media? Gemma? Who are the main people? Is it like a lot of I follow a lot of music artists on mine, or fitness gurus. So what kind of people do you follow, and say on Instagram or Facebook?
For me,
or is it just general, and your friends, of course?
Oh yeah, apart from my friends,
but who are?
I don't follow many famous. I don't follow any
I've
famous
never found
people.
I found a small handful at most, but no one like. Obviously, there are the people who have the tens of millions of followers, but I think I've got a very small handful of let's say celebrities that I follow.
The one I can think of is Shonda Rhimes, just because I find her really inspirational. But other than that, I follow people that are like positive and funny. Like one of my favourites now is Kev on Stage on Facebook.
Yeah.
He's so funny, and he's just like
I have to add him. I don't know.
Yeah, he's just like a easygoing kind of. Well, he seems like an easygoing kind of guy. And I just like people that are positive.
Yeah.
But also aren't stupid.
Stupid. It's good when you don't follow stupid.
Oh my gosh. I think I'll probably say for me, it's more so people that are, being a Christian, people that are quite inspirational in the faith, and that that provide quotes or that they give messages that you feel like can lift you up. Okay. And on the flip side as well is people that are just hilarious as well at the same time.
Kev on Stage is Christian, and his jokes are Christian based, which makes it you can laugh at yourself.
That's another thing as well. And so I mean as well, because on the side of that I do music as well, so it's, again, that can be people I feel would be interested in that as well. So it really just depends on the interest that I have or the purpose behind me using social media, and then you have to be pretty intentional with it. So
okay. Ray?
I'm trying to think. My friends tend to think I'm quite weird about this, but I find it really weird to follow people that I don't actually know.
Okay.
And it's like so there are like there's a small handful of people, like celebrities, I'd say, that I follow. I'm a massive football fan, so a lot of those are actually probably footballers rather than actually anything else. Man United.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I don't really care.
This is why I like you, Ray. I don't know about the other two.
So that's kind of like the lead towards my interest, but at the same time, like you have like the obvious celebrities and so and so's, but why do they care about why do they care about if I see what they're doing?
It's very true.
And I don't care what they're doing because it has no influence on my life.
I think they care because it helps their brand.
Yeah, but that's the thing about them. Does me personally, one person?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Like I'm just there, like I'm gonna like your photo, but you're never gonna. There's never gonna be any interaction.
There's not gonna be an interaction. It's true.
There's not gonna be any interaction. Like I'm just here, like
But
I can see it.
You say that, but there's been some, I mean, not often, maybe 1%, artists that have heard, you know, this person's following
That's
me,
true.
but they're going through something,
That's
and
very true.
you know, I'm going to go and support them. I think Stormzy did something like that
the guys
recently
really
with
big.
Rihanna's done something like that with paying someone's school fees or something. So occasionally, like very small percentage of time, but people do.
You know, there's a time where Nicki Minaj was.
She paid for loads of
People just
Yeah.
people just messaging her like, oh yeah, I need
money to go to this. She's like, yeah,
and
here you go.
and then it came to a point. I don't know how long it was going on for. She was just like, okay, guys, I'm gonna slow down a bit now. So I was just
Good
like,
on her for that.
yeah.
That's really
Good for
nice.
her. Did you expect Nicki Minaj to be like that?
I don't really know her very
Nobody
well.
really knows her.
No, but you know, the way you see her, she is a star, she's a big star. And like Ray was saying just now, like, what do they care about what I do? But
I mean, I think it's really difficult for people in those positions because it's almost as though, of course, you've got your celebrity brand to maintain and you've got your persona, but your persona may actually be different from your personality.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you never really know how people are.
Yeah.
So
I like to think people are more good than bad.
Yeah, definitely.
you have to try just give them a fair shot as well. So
you do. But I mean, apart from the celebrities, more and more social media, you do see people's true side. And unfortunately, a lot of the time is not great. That's what I find anyway. But you know, I don't
it's
know.
interesting because it can either go. You can also see their false side as well in terms of people trying to paint a picture or
Yeah.
perception
See,
of
I was
themselves.
going to say
Yeah,
that.
that's
I
true.
feel particularly with Instagram because it is just photo and video, and I say this all of the time. Instagram is the best of your life. It is like
The Instagram life.
it's like maybe you go out with your friends. You're gonna take the best picture of all. You're gonna upload the best picture of all of you, or like
It's true.
I don't know. Let's say for context, everyone who had their like massive Christmas dinners on Christmas Day, you're gonna take a picture before you've eaten it.
Yeah, we
Because
did
you
that.
wanna show like, oh,
I
look
try
at all the
claiming
food I'm
the
about to
cooking.
eat. Yeah, and so there's nothing wrong with that.
Actually, no one's gonna believe that.
And there's nothing wrong with that because everyone wants to see like the highlights and everyone wants to see that you're like doing well and you're happy and you're flourishing. But I think everyone just needs to remember that Instagram is the best part of your life.
That's
So
very
every
true. Your best
photo,
life.
for every photo you've uploaded, maybe you've got 10 where one person's like
Yeah.
blurry or someone was missing from the photo, or you know,
It's true.
like you just need to. I think people just need to remember that for every one photo that was uploaded, there may be like 8 or 9 that was just a bit like, oh, that one's not quite right, or that one's not fantastic.
It's so true. Honestly, even sometimes when you see I've seen pictures from events that I was at, and I was like, that looks amazing. Then I had to catch myself and be like, hold on, you were there. And that was all right. You know, it's nothing to go crazy about. So I mean, and that's why I think you get so many mental health issues because you get people comparing their highlights, other people's highlights, with them sitting in their PJs.
Yeah.
There's times I've looked on other people's social media and just think, what am I doing with
My
my
life.
Yeah.
I was in a good mood, sitting on my bed. There's one guy.
Now I've seen you here.
I just
you're
went,
doing
do you know
that.
what? No, I need to sort my life out. And it's like, it can happen to the best of us.
There's a massive link, I think, between like social media and mental health, because it's true. People look at it and go, this person's always on holiday and they're doing this and now they've just got, and I'm like, yeah, they are, but they've created all of it. You don't know that they're working maybe 4 jobs to fund all of these holidays and all of the things that come with it. You're just seeing the best of their lives.
It's very true.
This is very true. I guess we've touched on it, but I was going to ask you how, if you feel like social media influences you individually and also as a society, which we've just spoken about, but if you want to go more into it, would you say that you take some decisions sometimes based on what you might have seen on social media of somebody doing, or a picture they've taken, or where they are,